Hi, Lucy. I'm here, as you mentioned, at the police station on Argyle Street. Now, today, police officers really sparked a lot of controversy. And the controversy, of course, is that the head of the Ottawa Police Association, Matt Scoff, defended the purchase of 1,200 black and blue wristbands as an act of solidarity with Constable Daniel Moncion. Now, the wristbands bear the words, "United we stand, divided we fall." As you know, Constable Moncion was charged with manslaughter in relation to the death of 37-year-old Somali-Canadian man Abdirahman Abdi back in July of 2016. Of course, that caused a lot of controversy itself. Now, this story has really touched a nerve, not just here in Ottawa, but across the country. CBC broke this news story, and Amanda Pfeffer is here with us to tell us about it. And Amanda, you met with a police officer who reached out to you. What did the police officer tell you?
Yeah, well, someone within the police service reached out to CBC wanting to share his concern. He showed us the wristband in question, and as you mentioned, Matt Scoff with the Police Association says that this has been an initiative that has been quite well supported by officers. As you mentioned, they ordered 1,200 of these so far, and it was supported by the OPA, the Police Association, but it began with rank-and-file officers. But since we broke this story, it has had an incredible reaction. Have a look. CBC met with a source within the police service who showed us the wristband, black and blue, emblazoned with the words "United we stand," and on the inside, "Divided we fall." It also displays the badge number of Constable Daniel Moncion. The bands are being promoted on the Ottawa Police Association Facebook page. Moncion has been charged with manslaughter, aggravated assault, and assault with a weapon. The charges stem from a lethal confrontation between police and a Somali Canadian, Abdirahman Abdi, last July. Abdi's death sparked protests, not just in Ottawa, but in Toronto and Montreal, with calls demanding more police accountability. Since then, Ottawa's police service has been working very hard at rebuilding what the chief has described as a broken trust. Ketcia Peters has concerns as well. She's the co-chair of a community police liaison group called Compact. She says it looks like officers have taken sides.
Me send a wrong message. Me send a message of lack of compassion for the victim here and the victim's family.
The Abdi family lawyer, Lawrence Greenspan, had this reaction.
It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. Whoever came up with this idea of police officers wearing wristbands to show their support, to take a stand. We stand together is what the wristband says. So the first question is, stand together for what? Or against what? Do they stand in favor of alleged mistreatment of Ottawa's citizens? Or do they...
Well, and we've heard now since from the Chief of Police, Chief Charles Bordelot, who sent a memo out to his own officers. And in it, he said that while he empathizes with the officers and their wish to support each other, he says, quote, "We must take into account the community perceptions of actions like these wristbands." And he added, the bands are not part of the uniform and officers should not be wearing these on duty. We also heard from the Police Services Board, Eli El-Shantiri, the chair of that board, and he said he supports the memo that Charles Bordelot sent out to his officers, and he adds that these wristbands have unintended consequences and do tend to be divisive.
Okay, so quite clear there. What about rank-and-file officers? Do we know what they're saying about this?
Well, what's so interesting about this story is that while it seems divisive toward the community, the police services, the police officers themselves seem divided on this issue. There is a lot of support for these wristbands, as high, we understand, as Pat Flanagan, who has offered help in distributing these wristbands. But we also know, and people have reached out to us, who have a couple of officers who say it's not very popular to say this out loud, but I do not support this campaign. We are supposed to take a neutral stand when an officer is facing charges just like anyone else. So we can see that this is a story that will probably develop within the police services itself over the next few days.
The story will certainly be following. Amanda, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
That is Amanda Pfeffer, and coming up in a few minutes, we're going to be speaking with someone who has something to say about this controversy, Nemo Ali, and she is going to be talking about the impact that this controversy is having on Abdi Rahman Abdi's family. And we'll also hear from the head of the Ottawa Police Association, Matt Scoff. Lucy, back to you.